You are now tuned into the Bush Leagues of Talk Radio, right here on the all-new K98 Talk.
very true statements, at least from what I've been able to gather. Don't think that anybody could rise to the position that he's in and not be doing some of the things that he's doing without full-on intent of doing them. So that's kind of where this show came from, because the whole reason I started all of this over a year ago now at this point was and it all started with Facebook pages, was because mainly I got tired of the fact that it seemed like everybody was screaming, but nobody was listening to each other. It's like we all line up with our red and our blue banners, and we dutifully march off to war, and we take pot shots at each other, and we don't realize that most of us that are taking the pot shots at each other have more in common with one another than we do the idiots that are currently running our country. They want you fighting amongst yourselves. They want you so focused on the pitch battles that are going on over certain 6 or 7 hot button issues that nobody can agree on, because then you don't focus on the things that you can agree on. Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm the first person to tell you that as far as I'm concerned, abortion is wrong, immoral, and it should never happen. But it's not my place to force that opinion or belief on anyone else either. I can take care of what I believe and what I think by making sure that the people that are affected around The report did not identify the individual consumers involved in the breach. Mark Larson, Commissioner of the Department of Vermont Health Access, said the incident described in the report happen to you. So, for all of you folks that are still out there going, ooh, the Affordable Care Act is such a great thing, you really should probably do a review and again, this is something else that I think is one of the hot button issues that we all start fighting over, because we have folks that believe in creation, we have folks that believe in Darwinism, we have folks that believe that Vishnu created the world, or whoever else they want to think created the world. You know what? That's not my problem. My problem right now today is this country is falling apart. This country is falling apart because for the first time in forever that I can think of, we have a group of people in power that are doing everything they can to not only hang on to that power, but also at the same time bring our government down to the rest of the world's level. And again, Their first thought was we could take the first world resources and help the second and third world countries become first world countries. Then fly anymore. I mean, come on, we knew, or we should have known we were in trouble. The day we figured out we were following one of the rules of monopoly to keep our economy going, the bank never actually technically runs out of money. In the event the bank runs out of money, you can continue to write IOU amounts or dollar amounts on slips of paper. Use those as currency until such time as the bank does start to recoup some money that you can use again. Thank you, Parker Brothers, for teaching the Federal Reserve how to screw our country. I mean,